Hello everyone, my name is Rudy and this is FitSpec Live. This is a joint work with Colin Runsman. And a couple of days ago I gave a 20-minute talk at the Haskell Symposium, and I showed that FitSpec can be used to refine test properties for Haskell programs. Today I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to use FitSpec to guide test property creation, including the creation of the very first property. And I'm going to do it live. Let's do this. Let's imagine we are a programmer trying to write test properties about sort. But we don't know where to start. FitSpec comes to rescue. Okay, here we have our FitSpec colon program. At the top we have the program, and we just have to import FitSpec and import the function we want to test, which is sort, and we declare this properties function, which takes a possibly mutated sort function and returns a list of properties. And for now it's empty because we have no properties. We don't know where to start. And we just call the main function of FitSpec that does the thing. And let's run it below here at the black part. And we run it, and it takes it low because of GHC. It's not FitSpec. So it's JC, so you can see. So it reports surviving mutant, of course, because we don't have any properties. So every possible function will survive the tests. And the surviving mutant tells us that we can write a sort function that returns for the empty list the list containing 0. And this is a wrong sorting function. We should create a property to kill it. Can you guys guess a property?
Resolve the length.
Yeah, but let's be more naive. Let's write sorting empty list equals empty list. And let's run it again. And we get that sorting the list with 0 can return the list, the empty list, and it still follows our properties. And let's kill it again the same way. Let's be very naive. Let's think of us as a very naive programmer trying to do this. And we get 0, 0, and we do it again. And and we now get 1 returning the empty list, and we now copy this property here, and we write 1 here, and now one thing happened. Patterns emerge. We now have this 2 here, and we can like make give me an X, and sorting a list with X, we return just X. And that's our first parametric property. And by now we get the point, and we would probably add the length property, like someone said. I don't know who said it, and that's the gist of it. That's how you can use FitSpec to guide property creation. But this is the Haskell implementers workshop. And can FitSpec handle complex compiler thingies such as ASTs? Yes, it can, at least a bit. We're going to refine properties about print from the Haskell SRC package. It takes an HS module, an entire Haskell module, and prints it. And the data type is quite complicated. The HS module takes some parameters, and those take more, and etc. So it's very convoluted and lots of things. So we first import FitSpec and the library we want to test. We derive the instances for type classes for all the types in the Haskell SRC. I can probably change FitSpec to, in the future version, the function derive mutable, which uses template Haskell to derive cascade the derivation. And we declare the properties which take a possibly mutated print function and return a list of properties. And for the empty property set, FitSpec is able to report a surviving mutant, and it's quite simple. It's a module without a name, and it mutates it to the empty list, but it's wrong. It should show something. And we add a property to kill it, and the property just give me a name and a location, and printing it should say module name where. And there's now another surviving mutant, and as you can see, it runs fast, half a second, and we add another property, and a surviving mutant, and a property, and a surviving mutant, and we add, finally we discover some patterns emerge, and add a more intelligent property. And so on, and so on, and so on. And Yeah, I'm not going to. I don't expect you to follow the exact steps of these examples, just to illustrate that it works. And I'll clean up this example and get it online in a couple of weeks. You will download it on this link if you want. And I have spare copies of the paper if you guys want to see it. And you can try FitSpec. Just come on and install FitSpec. And thank you. Oh yeah, sure.
And that concludes this year's Haskell and Winners Workshop. I hope to see you all again next year.